How's it going, YouTube? This is Ty523 here, bringing you the first matchup of my Week 1 matchup in the International Showdown League. The International Showdown League is a draft-based league based off of Showdown, hence the name. It was originally created off of a comment off of one of the GBA's Global Battle Association's videos, and it's a 12-man league. We'll be doing 10 weeks. And we had a draft, and pretty much it's one Mega, one OUA, one OUB, one UU, one RU, one NU, and pretty much from there, you you have to have at least one in every single tier. After that, depending on how many points you have left, then you can go around and get stuff from different tiers. This is my first week matchup against Xavier, one of my good friends. Ever since we started doing this, he's coach of the Dallas Victory Stars. But let's go ahead and talk about my team. I brought Blue Sacred the Suicune, doing a Resto Chesto set with Scald, Toxic, and Mirror Coat. Mainly it was just due to I wanted to bring Mirror Coat so in case I'm put enough special defense investment that he can live a hit from Mega Manetric and hit it back with a Mirror Coat and take him out. And then we have Hello There, the Gengar holding a Life Orb. His Timid Nature, Substitute, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, and Sludge Wave. I brought the Substitute just in case he was like, oh, well, let me just, I don't want to stay on this, let me switch out. I have a free chance to get a Substitute up, and I get hit something twice, and possibly take something out. Then I brought Capone, the Honchkrow, holding a Life Orb as well. Lonely Nature, but he has a max special attack, maybe max physical attack. I wanted to do Lonely just due to the fact that I didn't want to have a decreasing physical attack or special attack nature. It has Sucker Punch, Heat Wave, Pursuit, and Brave Bird. And then we have Big Bully the Terrakion, also holding a Life Orb. Jolly Nature with Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, wow, Close Combat, and Poison Jab. Poison Jab, mainly I brought it for the Sylveon because I believe a Close Combat from a Life Orb Jolly Jolly one is I think with Stealth Rocks, it's a guaranteed OHKO. I think it does in routine 88 to like 102% chance of damage. Could be wrong by that. Then I have Scott Summers, the Dusclops, holding an Eviolite. Bold Nature with Rest, Calm Mind, Will-O-Wisp, and Shadow Ball. And then we have Natsu, the Charizard X, Sassy Nature, with Roost, Flare Blitz, Solar Beam, and Earthquake. So yeah, that's our team up. And one thing that when I was originally worried about when I was planning was him bringing the Sylveon because that really pretty much walls majority of my team except for the Gengar. I didn't want to bring my Nidoking or Weezing for that, just because I didn't feel like it matched up. The Victini was going to be a problem due to the fact that if he can get a Zen Headbutt off on, like, if you're in a physical one, I could have brought the Weezing and eat up a hit from it, but not a very good one. Or I could, if you're on a special one, then I'm sort of screwed at that point. That's why I brought the Honchkrow, is due to I can Sucker Punch it or Pursue it if he wants to switch out, and try to get out that way. The one thing I didn't really plan for, I didn't think he would bring was this Magius. He didn't bring the Sylveon, which was a major, like, lift off my shoulders, but he brought this Magius instead, which I didn't really plan for. So, yeah. I don't really know how this matchup was going to go at first. I was a little concerned, but let's go heading into it and figure out what happened. So he led up with... I led with the Honchkrow thing. He wasn't going to lead up with Manetric. That was a horrible matchup on my part. And got a crit. Turn 1 crit. That sort of sucked. And so at this point, I was like, okay, I can live with any hit, and he went for Stealth Rock. So I was like, okay, well, I got Burn on Tyranitar. Tyranitar is pretty much useless at this point. If he's a physical, like, Crunch probably would have killed. But I was like, okay, let me just roll this thing, get it low, not to worry about it anymore. He goes for the Rock Polish, which was a major shocker to me. I thought Dragon Dance would be a little bit better, but I guess he wanted the extra speed more than just getting the additional attack. So I was a little like, oh crap. So just kind of going for Crunch after Crunch, and I finally woke up. Shadow Ball does nothing. I'm surprised he stayed in, letting Tyranitar get so low. I guess he was just trying to get my Dusclops out of there. So I just went for the rest, 'cause I knew he was already pretty low at this point. Switches out. Timus Magius. I was like, okay. Let me switch out. I went to Suicune. He went for the sub. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I went for Energy Ball. See, I can live in Energy Ball. I didn't want to reveal the Mirror Coat yet, so I just went for Scald. No problem. Uh, that's when I revealed the Mirror Coat. I thought he was going to go for another Energy Ball. I would have taken it out just fine, but he stayed in. But he switched out into Manectric, and I went for Mirror Coat, and that sort of sucked. Um, I thought he would predict me going back into... See, let me just pause right here. I thought he was going to predict me to go back into Suicune, since that seemed like the good play for me, since he knows Suicune is my defensive wall, special defensive wall, so I figured he was going to switch into that. He thought I would switch into that, so he go for an Energy Ball. I knew I can live one hit with an Energy Ball on Gengar. I outsped it, because he's not Choice Scarf, since he's using different moves. I thought I can go into Gengar, go for a Shadow Ball, take it out. He went for the Shadow Ball. Gengar's out. Pretty much one of my two win conditions is out of here. That sucked. It was horrible. Like, I had no chance of coming back from that. From there on, the battle started going downhill. Set up another substitute, because I went for the rest. I didn't have a chest. Luckily I had the chest of air, so I was fine. So I got that out of there, and just because I'm going for Scald, just decided to keep on going for Scald. He's going for substitute. Switches out, and now I realize, crap. Like, this sucks. Toxic my special defensive wall. Luckily, at this point, I needed to wake up here, but he outsped me and took me out. So there goes Dusclops. Dusclops was out. I was like, well, that's not good. My physical wall's out of here. I have nothing for his Victini if it's physical. Went the rest, and this is where things went really downhill, because he lived on 1%. He had enough for one more substitute at level 1. I was like, crap. Then he got a special defense drop. I was still asleep. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. For another Energy Ball. Got another defense drop. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So Suicune's out. Both my walls are gone, so I have nothing at this point. I just went for the Sucker Punch. Failed because he went for a Will-O-Wisp. I was like, you've gotta be kidding me. Like, this sucks. So I just went for the pursuit, got out of there. Honchkrow is pretty much useless at this point. Even with the Moxie boost, he's burned. I can try to get some damage off on this thing, but see, I only did 57%. If I wasn't burned, I'd probably have a chance of taking it out with that increased physical attack boost, but of course the burn now. I was like, okay, cool. I go for Stone Edge here, be fine. Then I found out that's his physical wall. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I had nothing for this thing. I had nothing for this thing except for a Charizard, but I knew he probably wasn't going to stay in. And this is where I made the biggest mistake of my life. I originally had HP Grass on here. If I had HP Grass, I probably could have done a lot of damage to it, possibly taking it out. But no. So I went for Solar Beam, because I was switching Victini, get the damage off, and he's going to be able to take me out next turn. There's on 1% of HP. Earthquake didn't do enough. I didn't put enough physical attack investment into him, so that really, really sucked. Or he just put enough physical defense into it, outsped him with his Zen Headbutt, and I lost 5-0. That was a little heartbreaking for going to the first big matchup. Luckily, though, for me, I don't have to go against Xavier again this season, so I don't have to worry about the Victini or the Chestnut or the Mega Manectric or even the Smagius. If I did not lose Gengar, or when I did, I probably would be able to lower this differential a little more. But like the Tyranitar was really low on HP. The Mega Manectric was low. Other than that, I mean, Victini was at 50%. If I brought Stealth Rocks, I could have limited him switching out more, and that probably would help me out a little bit more, but he just had a better matchup than me. His team matched up better than mine. I planned for the wrong things. There was a lot of problems with this match. But unfortunately, the Miami Heatrans are now 0-1 for week 1 with a -5 differential, And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Deuces.